time is 12:13 p.m. Good afternoon. The news headline. IPOB. Igbo lives don't matter to Buhari. Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria berates government over AI report. The news info. Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria has accused the Buhari administration of suffering from acute Igbophobia and nonchalance to the sanctity of human life. The group further berated the presidency over what it described as a belated reaction to the damaging report by Amnesty International on police extrajudicial killings in the Southeast. The group said that this shows that for Buhari government, Igbo lives do not matter. Huriwa said it was shocked that the presidency was just reacting to the report nearly a month after Amnesty International released its report on extrajudicial illegal killings allegedly carried out by security forces and even listed out the police victims of the attacks by unknown gunmen in the southeast, thereby telling whoever is rational enough to decipher the body language of the president that he cares just a little about Igbo lives, Huriwa said. Huriwa argued that previously the federal government had always responded to Amnesty International numerous reports on killings in the north with absolute rapidity and precise speed. The human rights advocacy group further captured the presidency for allegedly making largely prefabricated allegations against the already banned indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, just so that it can hold onto something as a justification for the atrocities unleashed in the southeast by security forces. Proscription of an organization does not justify the reckless killing of suspected members of such a group, especially when most of those killed were never armed, Huriwa said. Huriwa's statement was signed by Comrade Emmanuel Umumbiko and the National Media Director, Ms. Zainab Yusuf, and made available to Daily Post on Thursday. The statement totally absolves Amnesty International of any sort of collusion with IPOB, insisting that the president, rather than castigate AI, should be thankful that the organization is helping Nigeria to sanitize the standards of policing and to expose rogue armed security forces committing atrocity against the citizens. The president's people should cover their faces in shame for making spurious, jaundiced and irresponsible allegations against the banned indigenous people of Biafra just for political propaganda. The government has not legally established any nexus between the embattled IPOB and those sensational allegations. What a responsible government ought to have done was to understudy the Amnesty International report and prosecute armed security operatives identified to have applied extra-legal killings as a tactic of law enforcement and not to make a generalized and fallacious allegation. Huriwa is therefore challenging Amnesty International to sue the federal government of Nigeria before the International Criminal Court in The Hague, Netherlands. Buhari had on Wednesday accused the Nnamdi Kanu-led IPOB of stockpiling weapons across Nigeria. The president, through a statement signed by Garba Shehu, his spokesman, accused members of the secessionist group of killing agents of the security forces and setting government facilities in the southeast ablaze. He was responding to claims by Amnesty International on human rights violation in the southeast, where it lamented that the Human Rights Watch organization was defending the Nnamdi Kanu-led group, which it described as a terrorist group. AI had recently released a report on the security situation in the country, where it claimed that at least 167 persons have been ruthlessly killed from January to June by operatives of Nigerian security forces. The organization claimed that the security agents have carried out a catalogue of human rights violations and crimes under international law while responding to spiraling violence in the southeast. The group added that these violations indeed included sweeping mass arrests, excessive and unlawful force and torture, and other ill treatment, the Amnesty International alleged. And the summary of the news is that the government of recent, via the spokesperson the senior special assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, where he came out large at the Amnesty International to carpet them that they have always been behind the IPOB, always supporting whatever they do, and are not really encouraging the federal government of Nigeria on what they have been doing so far to make sure that they see to the terrorism in the country and to do everything necessary to check balance of how they operate, especially when the federal government of Nigeria had already, proscribed the indigenous people of Biafra and also declared them to be a terrorist group. And here is the Human Rights Writer Association of Nigeria, Huriwa, accusing the Buhari administration of suffering from acute Igbophobia. That is very quite funny. That means that they have excessive fear for the Igbos and that they are nonchalant to the sanctity of human life. The group said that the presidency, were late in reacting to the damaging reports by the Amnesty International on the police extrajudicial killing in the southeast, and that this has not always been the case. That whenever the human rights writers of Nigeria addresses an issue through their press statement, that the government, through the presidency spokesperson, senior special assistant Garba Shehu, they are always very rapid in responding to the things that are being said by the human rights writers of association. But in this case, as regards the extrajudicial killing by the police, security agencies, they were so late before they could react to this issue, and that speaks volume that they are they felt guilty conscience and they knew that what they were doing were wrong. And now that they came out to address the issue, instead of addressing the message, they are coming at the Amnesty International, saying that they are backing up the indigenous people of Biafra, whereby the Huriwa argued that previously, all these numerous reports on killings in the north are actually things that needed rapid attentions, and that the group are also telling the presidency that the banning of the IPOB does not guarantee or give them a justification for all the atrocities that they are unleashing in the people of the southeast by the security forces. It says proscription of an organization does not justify reckless killings of suspected members of a group, especially when most of those killed were never armed.